I use like a lash foam cleanser. It's a pump, and I just squirt a pump on each eyelid. But I mean, you're happy to, you know, you can use whatever you feel is best. Okay, so then I always rinse too.
Oh, cool.
So I use this little bottle. It's a rinser. So I'm gonna have you just tilt this way a little. Catch the water. I'm just gonna fill some water. And I want to like rinse twice on each eye, just to get all the product off, you know. Like remove any makeup or oils or anything that would get in the way of the lash lift.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is that an Amazon too?
Amazon. I always give these to clients, you know, at the end of the service.
Oh,
like, okay, you can brush through these, you can save it, use it, brush through it with your lash lift. It's really important that they're dry.
Okay.
Because if they're wet still, the lash lift solution may not take.
Okay.
My next step is I'm going to apply the gel pads. So Olivia, go ahead and open for me.
Okay, so those are, if you're not doing the
If you're not doing a bottom lash tint, yeah.
Okay.
And then she did want them tinted. Then you apply them. Go ahead and look up and back. Perfect. You would want them like that. See how that, and I would have to like adjust, but to get those lashes out, poking out. But you would apply it under, as if she will do the service as if she wants them tinted, and I'll just tint. So I always place 2 tapes, one on the end and then one on the inner corner. Just kind of hold it down because sometimes the tape doesn't want to take, you know what I mean? Okay, so then like her inner corners and her outer corners are like kind of like scrunched and like the tape's getting in the way of them. So what you do is you take this gel pad and you just kind of slowly start to inch it down a little bit. See, and now they're kind of perfectly laying flat, if that makes sense. I always apply more tape to the eyelid, between the lashes and the eyelid.
Have you had anyone have an allergy?
No, never. Not to the tape. This is the rod I use. The ones I recommend. I use a small rod. A small rod would give me a tighter curl. Or like a curl where they go straight up, like if you're using an eyelash curler, then you want to use a small rod. Most women want a small rod curl, a tight curl. In other words, a tight curl. If you want more relaxed curl, more of a natural curl, nothing too crazy, I still use a small rod, but I leave the solution on not as long. This is my little tool that I use to lift the lashes up onto the rod. There's one side here that's like just flat, and then there's another side here that has combs on it. So I apply the glue, and then I use this flat side first to kind of lift the lashes on, but then I'll immediately go in afterwards with the comb to make them look pretty, the way that I want the lift to look.
Okay, that's a different...
I don't know, how do you do it with this?
We just put it on the pad and then lift the lashes. But
oh, I see. Okay. See, there's no right or wrong way. I feel like everyone does things different. This is nice. I like this. This way. Kind of lift back and then just really comb through. You want the lashes to be very straight and uniform. Very, you know, nice and neat. Kind of like you're combing her hair, you know. You want them to be straight back. You don't want them twisted in with each other. You don't want them tangled up. I just remove this, and I remove it the way that I applied it. So if I started here, I start removing here first. If I started in the inner corner, I start removing there first. And when I remove it, I just kind of use a circular motion to remove. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes these cotton rounds.
So that you've wet a cotton round and you're lifting it and applying
just
it.
kind of dab it, the solution on the wet cotton round. The goal with the wet cotton round is to just get all the extra solution to stick on there, but sometimes it gets messy like this. So you could just went and removed the second step.
So the timer went off and
then I just removed, I went in again and just with a Q-tip and just removed the way that I applied.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're nice and just, there's nothing on the lashes. So that's it. And they gently just start to lift off the rod. Okay, now I just remove the tape. Okay, so now this is what.
Think about that.
Explain more what you mean by that.
So then we would put the glue or the color on at
Right
this
now?
point. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it will help.
Yeah, you can do it that way. You can do it that way if they're just doing a tint for their top lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely can do it that way. But since I'm gonna, like, if they want their bottom lashes tinted, then I'll show you how to do that. And in that case, you would remove the rod, but you want to wet the Q-tip, kind of just gently slide it across the lashes and see how they just nicely came off.
Okay.
You just kind of rub them back and forth, and so they're now off. So now I just want to remove this completely. You can see how pretty they already came out, you know?
Yeah,
Curl.
they do.
So
It all came faster than I thought.
yeah, no worries. However, I know that you got your client here, so we'll just figure it out. And
Let me have Olivia. Olivia, did you hear that?
Yeah, so get her a 1099.
Yes, and then I can get your address, and then I can.
so I just kind of start at the base of the lashes and work my way out. If you get it on the skin, then it's not too big of an issue, but I always try not to. But see, like, you just push down onto the gel pad to get the bottom lashes too.
Oh,
In
cool. And then that won't make the lash kind of flatten.
Whole time, it's not gonna tint. The color's not gonna.
So you have to do it just at the moment.
Right. And you just apply a 1-to-1 ratio of the tint and the. Worry about flattening the lift because it'll spring back up once you cleanse.
Oh yeah, you can see that they really lifted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you rinse, and then you don't have to dry the lashes. I think that people like that wet look with the lashes, but you just kind of like brush through them after the cleanse, and then you can show them. And then the tint is what, if anything, if they get any kind of irritation, it's going to be from the tint. So I always tell everyone, you may feel a little burning or a little bit of irritation with thing to be too concerned about. It's pretty normal, but if it gets too unbearable, just let me know. Do you have one more?